What's good,
Word.
y'all? Welcome back.
Um, yeah,
What's the
man. Good to
latest?
be back, man. Good to see y'all. Good, well, yeah, I was actually gonna surprise you with, with Iz. He was supposed to be up here, but
Okay.
he got pulled
He got pulled
to do
over.
something else.
Is he in
Well, no,
Miami? He's
God
doing a world
forbid,
tour. Where's
never.
he at?
He actually just came back from Miami.
I
That's what I
know.
wanted him to tap in and give us a little bit, updates on what's going on and fucking ultra. Shit's live. You know what I'm saying? She was real live out there, man.
That's the winter, what is it called? Conference. What is it called?
Yeah, the Ultra. It's called the Ultra Festival.
Okay. Oh no, that's something
But
else.
yeah, but I mean, there's a few things
Spring
going on at
break.
that
There's a
time.
lot of shit going on.
Spring break, porn conventions, shit
I'm
like
not
that.
I'm not
All
allowed in Miami for spring break
yeah, yeah.
anymore. Unless the wife comes with,
You say that, God.
you know how it is.
Yo, did
Oh,
I
so
ever tell you about that story where we had a
what?
show? Remember Mundos?
Yeah,
That station. So we
yeah.
had a show out there and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
So we were eating at Gloria Stefan's restaurant, right there on the strip on
Yeah,
Ocean.
yeah, yeah.
And
A lot of good memories
Univision
on Ocean.
facts. And then Univision was interviewing us because we had there was a big festival, whatever. So they're interviewing us. And my cousin, Dave, right? Tupac, aka Tupac.
Mr.
So
Hedge
Dave is
Fund.
Dave is in the background and shit, right? And his wife is watching the news. She's straight Latina, watching Mad Univision,
Okay.
noticias and shit.
Uh-huh.
And she sees, her husband or her man or whatever they were, in Miami. He had told her
I
he was
think you told
somewhere
me this.
else.
I think you told me this.
Yeah,
He
son.
got caught
Shit was like
red-handed.
he got caught right there.
Oh man. It's not like you could
Yo,
deny, like, nah, that wasn't me, babe.
yeah, he
That
was
wasn't
right
me. That
there,
was
son.
somebody else. I don't
It's
know what
funny
you're
because
talking
she
about.
called, she called him, and you can see her pick up the phone. I mean, him pick up the phone.
On
It was,
TV?
yeah. I mean, he's in the
Oh my
background. You know what I mean?
God.
But he's within, when you can see
Damn.
everything.
He's married to Hawkeye,
Yeah, it's when it's meant to
Kate
be, son.
Bishop.
It's meant to be.
That's it.
Facts.
Get the shackles on. Yo, but check this out real quick. So we know where this is. We know where this is headed. I
Oh,
just had to share that. I just had to share that clip because
you got to put the audio. I couldn't really hear the audio too good.
you know what we're about to get into now. That
No,
infamous
I'm
that
quite
infamous slap.
perplexed.
Yeah.
I'm perplexed. Well, what are you
All of a sudden, the world forgot about
referencing?
a war going on. They forgot about the pandemic because this is headline news. You know what I'm saying?
So you got to talk about it.
The slap heard around the world. I mean, we would be playing ourselves if we didn't talk about it.
Yeah. No, of course, we have to share a little antics and anecdotes and fucking, you know, just we got to cover it, of course. But I mean, it's just I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of it too. But
It's only been a few days and I'm already sick of it. But
already
it's still showing up on.
it's still a
People are
hot
making
topic,
videos.
Yeah, and they're remixing that
They
shit. That
remix it.
exact. Yo, you get creative,
They're
man.
showing Joe Rogan reacting, like it was a fucking knockout in a UFC fight. I mean, the internet is always gonna jump on something.
If we're gonna dive in, we might as well have fun with it, right? So, what do you
Dive
think
in,
about
player.
that? What do you think about the theory that it was an act? Because they got it, they broke it down frame by frame, and
Right.
he's kind of he already braces for the impact, and
Right.
he's kind of holding back, and he's already kind of,
So the infamous Will Smith, Chris Rock slap
okay,
heard around the world.
right? So this is also
let's give the context in case whoever's listening has been living under a rock for the past week. And so let's break it down. So the Oscars happen real quick, and then let me just introduce.
No, I like context.
A little intro,
fine,
yeah, and then you can jump in.
Yo, we went in, we didn't lube up, nothing, son. That shit was just straight penetration.
That's it. You didn't even like nothing. Just straight up. But so obviously the Oscars ratings haven't been that great these past few years for whatever reason. It still has its cult, like it has its loyal group of people that that follow it. Me, I'm a movie enthusiast, but I don't know. I feel like interest has declined with Hollywood and the Hollywood elites and all this shit, and people just don't really care about what movie wins an Oscar. But it's good to see, like, if if you're in the business, if you're a director, if you're a writer, if you're a producer, and you got a project up there that gets nominated for
It's
an Oscar.
headlines.
Yeah, it's headlines.
It's probably the biggest award show,
the
right?
biggest award show, yeah. But I just feel like, and you could look it up, pull that up, Jamie, that the ratings have declined over the past few years for the
With
Oscars.
television overall.
Oh, television overall, yeah.
But you know what's this is also in conjunction with that theory that I was just saying about it being played out or it being already rehearsed. It's also going along with some kind of I forgot the ritual, humiliation ritual. It's like some I guess Illuminati or
so you think that was
the
like
elite.
So who got promoted to the next level of masonry? Was it Will Smith or Chris Rock? One of them had to.
I don't even know, but they have. Well, I guess Will Smith, right? Because in the card it has Will Smith's hand kind of like being covered, and that's what the card portrays.
Right,
and he's the one that, although Chris Rock did get smacked, I guess the one who really got humiliated, will continuously be humiliated is Will Smith. You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
and this is us. We're already jumping into the tinfoil hat, but fuck it. Let's
jump in with that
let's
first.
Dive in.
Like,
let's dive
being
in.
that we went in no loop.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, the whole theory that that just happened and whatever that also
it was predetermined to happen.
Yeah. And
right?
but it could also,
I mean, these people are all actors. You know what I'm saying? They're all actors, so they put on a performance, right?
I mean, the joke. Let's break it down, right?
Let's break it down.
Was
break
the joke
that shit down?
That crazy?
Not at all, bro. And it's a comedian, right? If you hire a comedian of Chris Rock
and you're
status,
in the front row, right?
Yeah, like you get hired to keep the audience laughing, to crack jokes, to fucking roast people, and so he said the G.I. Jane joke. He said, "Oh, Jada," and he's kind of said it like a little hesitant. He's like, "Love you, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it." And so they show her reaction, and she's looking at Will.
They show Will's laughing, reaction right? first. Yeah, they show Will's first. Will's laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing.
He's like, he kind of took it on the chin.
Yeah.
Cool. Then he looks over,
and then Chris took it on the chin.
Pause. But when you look over at Jada, she's the one that looked really upset from it, and she probably was like, "What you gonna do about that?"
Right. You're gonna go handle it.
And that kind of, if anything, this is gonna.
So we're gonna have some more entanglements, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh man, they're destroying on the internet, man. It's crazy, man.
So what happened, right?
What happened was that she's Puerto Rican, probably.
Yo, my man didn't even like let him say anything. He just went straight up to him and just bow. You know what I mean? Like he didn't even like talk. He didn't even have words with the man.
So yeah, those are the two. Either this shit happened on some real impulsive, emotional. Everyone's just fight or flight mode and just got triggered.
Right.
And they just reacted. Or this shit was some fucking Illuminati Mason shit.
Or the Oscars needed ratings.
Dimensions.
The Oscars needed ratings, and they
all
got
the
multiverses
biggest, happening at the same time.
They got the biggest ratings. Tell me why, if that's an assault.
His tickets went up too.
We'll get to that too, because he's got a comedy tour. His ticket sales boosted up.
They went up. I think they were about 100. They went up to $500 a ticket.
Let's say this wasn't Will Smith and it was some regular Joe Schmo, up and coming actor that did that. He would have been out of there, right or wrong. They would have been like, nope, bye.
Oh,
you out of here.
Dame Dash had posted somewhere on social media, I think on Twitter. He said, if it was him, he would have left in handcuffs. If that would have been Kanye, he would have left in a straitjacket.
Oh, because him and Kanye are like this, right? Like,
yeah. So, which I mean, to a
So
certain
wait,
degree.
if who would have been him? If he would have been Will
If
or
that
Chris
would
Rock?
have, if you know, either one, both Kanye and Dame
Okay,
were Will,
got you,
obviously, because
got
he's
you.
the one that did the action.
Right, right,
But I kind of agree with that too. I
right.
mean, a lot pretty much because especially the light that Kanye is depicted in right now, and Will, he's kind of like that. I mean, I don't even like being all judgmental and calling people this, calling that, but he's definitely a little bit more accepted in
Mm.
America, or just
I mean, he's an icon. Listen,
status
bro.
quo. He's
He's
an
a
icon.
coach.
He
He's
is,
a
bro.
cultural icon. He's a multi-millionaire, mega movie star, like A-list.
He's. Have you seen that new Fresh Prince
No,
of Bel-Air, the
no.
Bel-Air
They
series? It's a little
rebooted
bit
it.
more dramatic. Yeah,
They
it's more
rebooted it.
dramatic. It's some real
Yeah.
shit
So
now.
is he like a
You got
producer in it? He's like a
Yeah, like
producer in it.
he's the producer right on it. And
Okay.
you got some even
I'm
like some
not
battle
getting no
rappers.
Peacock, man. I got enough. That's what
Whoa,
it's called.
pause,
Peacock,
pause, pause,
Peacock
pause,
Network.
pause.
I'm not. I got enough. Pause, 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 pause.
Yo,
I
respect
got
to all
enough.
that LGBT, LMNOP, you know what I'm saying, movements, but I don't watch that, son. But yeah, right up. You know what I'm saying? But yo, in that series, they have they got this battle rapper that he's kind of like up and coming right now. His name is Easy the Block
I don't know
Captains.
why I can't. You got me with that one, bro. You caught me off guard with that shit. I'm sorry.
Yo, they might try and get me arrested. Fuck, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're about to be canceled, bro. Mm. Check it. No,
Imagine
so
my
like,
side of the of the show just be
yo,
there's a circle with a line through it.
oh
And it's
man,
muted.
yo, listen. All
Yeah.
right, so we're being scatterbrains again, right? So
Yeah, I
we're
love
talking
it.
about Will snuffing Chris Rock. So okay,
Facts.
let's pretend this, right? We're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in and cover all angles here, right? Because this is important, bro.
Yo,
The
for
world
real.
needs to know
This shit is way more important than
Russia,
Putin,
Ukraine.
Putin. You heard what he just said, right?
He said,
said,
yo, fuck all of y'all. I'm taking all the food away. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna have no wheat. I'm
much. He
I'm
said,
gonna pay.
remember, one
I'm
of
gonna
the
take
biggest
all the
things
gas
was,
away.
yes, he said all the gas was being paid before by the petrodollar, right?
Mhm.
But now it's gonna you have to have
The rupee, whatever the fuck that is.
and that's pretty much representing gold, right?
Right.
And that's gonna be the new currency that they're gonna be using for all the oil distribution, selling, and that shit just changes the game.
Yeah,
that changes the game because that makes the American dollar now like tank.
So
and he said that during his whole Chris Rock shit. I think that same night.
Yeah, I mean,
for real.
what a coincidence! What a coincidence!
What a coincidence, right? Shit like that, God. Like right now, I just went to the store earlier and I fucking went to go get some chicken. The shit
They
was
charge
like
you
18.
like
My G, it was like $18 for some chicken breast.
It's crazy, bro.
Purdue at that, bro.
You got to get that. You got to get that organic, no antibiotic, grown in your backyard. You know what I mean?
It's funny that chicken. A lot of we're gonna dive in hard about it, but now a lot of these wealthy moguls are buying beachfront properties. Isn't that weird?
Right. Why? Why do you think? Why? I don't know. Tell me.
More accessible to water, maybe.
Okay.
To grow your own shit or something. I don't know.
It could be a lot of reasons, but but back to what really matters, bro. Come on, let's not stray off of this. Is what really matters. Okay. Yeah. So
all right, let's bring it to these terms. What would you do if you were Chris Rock?
I'm gonna get to that in 1 second, but before we do that, let's pretend this wasn't two big movie stars, right? And it wasn't the Oscars. Okay. And this happens. What are the repercussions? Like, what was it warranted? Okay, he made a joke about his wife. He's laughing, and then he kind of like switched it up and does it. So, what is the real reason and repercussions if it wouldn't have been them? What would have happened to these individuals?
Depending on who they were and where it was at.
Right.
So if it was like just some normal bar scenario, they would have fought. I mean, most likely, you know?
Right.
I mean, right? Improv, like some comedian shit.
Right.
You're
That shit
there.
looked like some WWE shit. Like the way he
Right.
just did it. Like he just,
I would.
it was one swing.
No,
like
you know what?
like if he practiced it, right?
All right. So put yourself in it. You're at in an improv comedy show.
Right.
You're in the front row, and your wifey got a baldy. You know what I mean? Because she rock it. You know, and
Right.
I think they were referencing some kind of ailment. She said,
yes, that's a big reason. Alopecia.
But yeah, I don't know exactly what that is. I think
It's like a
something your hair
balding.
doesn't grow.
It's a balding and men and women.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like
grow as much,
I
right?
probably have that shit because my ass I just shaved my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, I think she always kept, Either way, she flaunt the way she rocks the hair is perfectly
right,
fine.
but
like it suits her.
Yeah,
it's
she
very,
looks nice.
it's
She looks
appealing.
nice.
So
but it
I
wasn't
don't
warranted.
think,
So let's
like,
pretend that
the,
this was
the
real.
joke wasn't like saying she's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
just using her being bald to reference
Right,
G.I. Jane.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But this
Right.
is us unpacking it and breaking it down.
Right.
In the heat of the moment, are you
Right.
thinking like that? Or are you just seeing everybody laughing and your wifey looks like looking
She
at you
looks
like,
humiliated, like, oh, you're gonna let him say that?
Yeah.
And so, okay, let's pretend that this wasn't staged. It was real. It was not Illuminati, nothing like that. It's just a grown-ass man looking at his wife get humiliated by a comedian. Okay. And so he decided to take matters into his own hands, get on the stage. I think let's pretend this was real, right? And so he's walking up to Chris, and Chris looking, all right, he sees a familiar face. Oh, there's Will Smith walking up to me. Like, he didn't think nothing of it. So he didn't think Will was just gonna smack him in his face and then just all cool and nonchalant just walk away. You know what I mean? I think he got caught. He got caught off guard. Like, oh shit, this guy just literally just smacked me in the face. You know, he was like taken back by it and just was still processing it as it was.
Yeah,
I
don't.
mean?
Okay, if we're gonna, because to be honest, I don't care enough to make a decision on what am I thinking, whether it's true or not. Really don't care. Is entertaining? Yeah, it's entertaining. But that's not me. You know, just want to put that out there, you know, full disclosure. But if we're gonna, like, again, assume that this was true, I don't think there was any reason for Chris Rock to think that he was approaching them to be physical, right? Because you're in the Oscars. At most, I'm thinking Chris Rock is saying he's gonna grab the microphone and say a joke back to me, and then it's going to be a quick roast kind of a thing, right?
Right.
Because you see this all of the time. Like, they're roasting people. I mean, it's so popular now. I mean, it's been popular, you know? So, and it wasn't like a roast either.
It was just a quick little one-liner.
Not even a love tap, you know what I mean? It was just like, hey.
It's very subtle. It didn't call for that.
Yeah, it was
and there was a lot of people. It was a lot of comedians. Like Tiffany Haddish was tight at what Chris Rock said.
Well, you know, the shit is crazy. Regardless of what everybody says, what did happen was they gave him a standing ovation, bro.
Right.
Isn't
so
that crazy?
All right. So here's so check it. So here's where the plot thickens. Right. So he does that. Right. And then he walks back and just sits down and does not get kicked out. I've read somewhere, I heard that they tried to get rid of him, but he was like, nope. He's like, nope. Sorry, you're not kicking me out.
Fuck out of here.
But then on top of that, he wins. Listen, full disclosure, I did not see 1 minute of the Oscars. I don't know what the fuck I was. I was probably watching Netflix or doing something else. I didn't see the Oscars. I saw the clip on somebody's feed. And I sent it to you. Remember, I sent it to you, and then you sent me a bunch of other shit. I'm like, wow, this is like headline news right now.
Yeah. I was watching actually a Moonfall, you know, on, shout out to my Bootleg Connect. You know what I'm saying? You saw that? You know what movie I'm talking about?
Nah, it's
in the theaters now. Moonfall, like that the moon is crashing to the earth.
Nah.
You see commercials on that?
Sound low budget.
Nah, the shit is, I mean, it's like one of those deep impact, you know, Armageddon kind of movies, asteroid and shit.
It's cute.
But it's the moon.
The world, like the world gets crazy.
Yeah, son. They made these disasters. They normalized it. They didn't even like dramatize it to like make
Right.
it be heart wrenching. Like, oh my god, you know,
Right. Right.
tsunami just.
Right.
They
Right.
literally normalized that shit like it was just normal,
Well, they've been
and they
putting out.
focus.
Good. Not good.
No, and they just focused on like the moon, like the mission to the moon. But
Mm.
on the way to mission to this moon, a lot of turmoil is happening in the earth. Like they do quick little glimpses of the news and shit. And like cities are being fucking wiped away. And like,
does it have a lot of CGI? Does it have a lot of CGI? Then that means
a lot of
it's
CGI,
probably like,
yeah. No, I mean, not, this is why I think they minimized, they didn't really like show it heavy. They did it really, it was fitting. A lot of good actors too. Don't ask me the names. You know, I suck with the names and shit, but it has actually, let me, Jamie, find that shit.
Jamie,
But,
young Jamie, pull that up. But in all fairness, they've been making disaster end of the world movies for years. You know what I mean? Remember
facts.
Armageddon, Deep Impact, Pause, like since the 90s, 2000s, 2012, the day after tomorrow. They have all these.
So Halle Berry's in it. So you know she a beast.
Halle Berry, okay.
Kelly Yu, Patrick Wilson.
Sounds like
John
an all-star
Bradley.
cast.
Yeah, Michael Pena. Like it had a lot of dope people, man.
It sounds like it's gonna be like on Netflix. I still didn't see the Adam Project.
Everything. Adam Project was dope.
Yeah,
but the Wolf shit was crazy. Sound like it showed that the hideout, I guess, for the US is Colorado.
The bunker. Yeah, because they're in the mountains. You're freezing up a little bit.
Yeah, that was cool. So I was watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I listen.
Yo, don't talk to me like that, man.
My bad. So stop. You know, your shit is freezing and shit. You know,
yo,
you gotta pay that internet bill, player. All right, so check it. Back to we went off on a crazy tangent about a movie, but yeah. Listen, we should call this podcast Scatterbrains.
Yeah, I like that shit. I like
anyway,
that shit.
So all right, so we're talking about Chris Rock gets slapped, then Will Smith walks back, doesn't get kicked out, and then he gets a fucking Oscar for I think that Venus and Serena movie that he did, right? Long Live the King or whatever the fuck, which I didn't see.
And you know, they say that's another angle they're using, that he was still in character from like the King Richard mentality of being so protective over his daughters. But they quoted Richard, and he was like, I would never do that. I don't stand by those actions. Yeah. Nobody is standing by like this. I mean, I'm lying. You have a lot of people that are standing by this shit. It's literally like, I see mixed reviews. People totally standing for it, and other people are like, just disgraced.
So so another take is,
the podcast God Joe Rogan. He's not in.
He was tight. So okay, that's one thing I want to get into, because comedians in general, right? They're gonna have Chris Rock's back because this sets a precedent. So any comedian now, if they say something that doesn't agree with somebody in the audience,
people
now they
feel entitled to run up.
Somebody can just take it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're gonna have to start knuckling up. It sets a precedent that's not cool, especially if you're a comedian. So I can understand why people like Rogan and other people in the comedy world are upset, about this shit. But when he back to this, so he does that, and then he gets an Oscar, and then he goes into this long ass speech, crying and apologizing. Gets a standing ovation, right? But like, you just played yourself a few minutes ago, bro. So everybody just forgot about all that. You know what I mean? So are we looking at Will Smith, the person, the real life person? Or are we looking at him acting and portraying somebody else giving this speech? You know what I mean? Like, was he acting the whole time? You know what I'm saying?
This is why when I start having to think about too much about this shit, makes me realize how much I really don't care. But
I really don't care either. But this is the hot topic right now.
But no, I know.
Talk about it.
But you're making me like, it's hard, because being that I didn't, there's so many reasons of why he could have done it, and I haven't like cited one. It's hard to defend certain things because then I have to be fully invested in that
We thought it was
mindset.
funny, right? Because listen, no, at the end of the day, nobody died, nobody went to the hospital, nobody got injured. It was a shot to both of their egos.
Yeah.
The people's egos got hurt. That's about it. But nobody, so it's not like
Do you
is it
think
an
Chris
offense?
Rock is a little bit JJ for not
Well, no, you know what? Maybe he'll handle it offline, behind the scenes.
setting his
Like
goals?
like a real G would handle shit behind the scenes, not cause a ruckus in front of a crowd, right? So that people
Yes.
could see that. The
Mm.
what the props that I do give to him is that he decided not to press charges.
And he didn't fall. Thank
And he
God.
didn't fall. He took that shit on the chin like a straight up G. And he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he came. But listen, did he go out like a JJ? He kept it professional. He
Um,
however he deals with this afterwards, that's left to be seen. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
I think in this, like when you look at this for the long haul, I think he did the right decision. In the heat of the moment, it's hard to really gauge what's the right decision because it's going to be based on your emotions
Yeah.
and how much control you have over them. Um, so I guess ultimately, and it's hard. You have so many eyes looking at you, so many examples you're
The
setting,
whole world, bro.
so many principles you want to stand for, and
Yeah.
you don't. When you hold up to certain principles, it's like gift and a curse because even with us, when we talk about these certain lifestyles and yoga practices, and then they see you smoking weed or some shit, and oh, look at him, oh, you doing this, they kind of like
Yeah.
shun you for shit like that.
We're only human. We're not perfect.
Exactly. So, I think in the long scope of things, man, he did the right thing.
Well, he didn't.
No,
Yeah, he
no, I
didn't
don't.
press charges, so people are gonna respect
That
that.
they respect that as well. But you know what's crazy, man? We live in a society now where charges could just get fucking picked up by like the committee because now they just released that whole statement about that they advised him to leave and he didn't leave. This kind
He
of
could get banned from future.
banned, but also they're probably they'll probably renege and fucking take the Oscar from
They
him.
might
Bro.
take the Oscar back. But listen, if you're Will Smith, do you really care? Oh, they take
Um,
a little statue away from you. Like to him,
at the
like
end of
I
the
don't give a
day, it's definitely
what do you
bringing him
care?
way more attention.
Yeah.
It gives him a little bad boy, image. You gotta spin this off from all the positives you can. Can't harp on all
But
the
you know what?
negatives.
He should have kept that energy though, right? If you're gonna go up there, smack the guy, don't go crying to everybody after like a few
You know
minutes
why?
later. He
Because
could
it's
have kept
funny.
that energy.
I like Will. Yo, you know how many times I reposted Will Smith, with some inspiring shit that he be saying. So it's like, damn, man, like it's crazy seeing him do that.
Oh
So
yeah, bro. I love Bad Boys
he again, if
1
we're
and
gonna
2.
take into if we're gonna
Bad Boys
consider
2 is
that
one of my favorite movies.
a lot of shit he did, bro. A lot of shit he did is amazing. But if we're gonna, say that okay, this was true, then man, he's human, man. Let him be.
Let's dive into that real quick. So he's him and Jada have had a past of like some infidelity. It's crazy when you're at this level of like all eyes on you and it's out in the public that you're having affairs, your wife is having an affair. I'm pretty sure that shit resonates with you and fucks with your head a little bit. And he probably just snapped. He said that's it. Like this little thing, this little joke was what broke the camel's back. So that
Yeah,
slap
that too.
represented the infidelity. It
Everybody's
represented
everything.
a
Yeah,
lot of disrespectful shit.
it was boiling up. Yeah,
It was
you know
boiling up and he just snapped. You know what I'm saying?
that
But he
could
should have kept
definitely.
that same energy. Cause
Yeah.
bro, when you hear him yelling in the back, like, keep
Keep
my wife's
Yo,
name out your fucking, like you could tell he would,
you
that
wilded
wasn't
out,
acting.
son.
Like you could
No.
tell he was really upset, right?
Yeah.
So it's funny, Lupita Nyong'o, this other actress, she was in what was she, Get Out? She was in one of those movies. She's in a lot of movies. She's a very popular actress, and you can see her face, like she's literally sitting like a couple feet away from him. She's looking
Yo,
like a deer in headlights. Like, what the fuck's going
son,
on right now?
the memes, they're still hilarious. One of the funny ones was Adam Garfield, and what was his name? Andrew Garfield,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. He's texting. They have a picture of him on the phone, and they said that he was texting the other Spider-Man to see if Chris Rock slapped them in their
Oh,
universes.
yeah, I saw that.
Yo, so
Yo, it's crazy, bro. I mean, listen, people are gonna be talking about this shit for like another few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But listen, Chris Rock's career, his ticket sales are gonna go up.
Yeah.
Will Smith, that shit ain't gonna hurt his. That shit ain't gonna hurt his pockets,
it's not gonna fuck his stock. It's again, he's doing too many things right now, and that Bel Air is really is popping off, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think we said enough of what we had. Is there another angle that you want to hit on this, like a psychological or you know what I mean? Like,
no,
let's just let it rest.
I think that's the new Kanye moment.
Yeah. What was the Kanye moment when he said George Bush doesn't care about black people?
Or when he ran up on Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
It was like, I'm gonna give this right back to you or some shit.
Yeah.
He told her.
Yeah. Beyonce had one of the best records of all time. Yo, Kanye is a character, man. But this is the thing, right? At the end of the day, again, we're all human beings. Doesn't matter if you got 150 mil in the bank, 3 billion in the bank, you're flesh and blood. You're gonna deal with emotions. You know, there's no getting out. No amount of money is gonna stop you from acting like a human. From a human acting like a human being. So we can't escape that, bro. People react on emotions, our egos come into play. You know, we could say we keep it zen as much as we want, but at the end of the day.
You know what's funny? I'm sure there's stipulations in their contracts that say certain things, you know, like that probably cover some kind of physical altercation. And he's getting paid for shit. You know what I mean? Like there's sometimes, like even in battle rap, if they don't complete their 3 rounds or if something happens, they don't get paid the back end. You know what I mean? So there's some shit that he's mindful of too. And you know, being in the business for so long, you just are aware of that and just it's instincts too. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna wild out. Okay. Like you said, they'll handle that off the grid, you know?
Yeah, I mean, something recently happened in with UFC fighters, something similar in public. So Colby Covington beat Jorge Masvidal, and they were like bitter rivals. They beat him. It was a lot of shit talk back and forth. And they both reside in the Miami area. And so after the fight, like a few days after that, somebody posted the location. Colby Covington was at a restaurant with some people, and Jorge showed up and just fucking snuffed him, you know, chipped his tooth or some shit. And a UFC, Colby Covington decided to press charges. So that's the difference. So a comedian like Chris Rock does not press charges, and a fucking UFC, a trained fighter, professional fighter, decides to press charges. So you never know what you're gonna get, bro.
He's trying to get that check. I mean, you can't be mad at that.
He's trying to get that check. I get it.
Yeah, everybody's after something, man.
So I was watching the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne was asking Envy that, right? And he was like, "So you mean to tell me if I go up to you right now and slap you in the face, you're not gonna do something about it?" And then Envy was like kind of running around the question, and Charlemagne kept. You could tell that they're good friends. And they have great, like us, like we, you know, they have good chemistry and they could fuck around with each other like that. So Charlemagne kept pushing. He's like, so if I get up right now and slap the shit out of you, you're not gonna do nothing about it. There's not gonna be furniture moving up. That shit was funny, bro. You should listen to that clip.
Yo,
but it's like, yo,
tell me what to do.
What are you gonna like? What would you do? Like, it's easy to say what you would do after the fact, right? Anybody could say like, nah, that shit ain't gonna fly. I would have slapped him back. I would have beat the shit out of him. But You don't know. You don't know.
Thinking in hindsight now,
right.
Again, it depends on the setting. Depends on the setting. That's the most important. If it's some hood shit, then it's gonna get handled hoodly.
Yeah.
If it's a professional environment and there's repercussions and there's
what if it's one of your coworkers and you in the office setting?
In the office setting.
And they just run up to you and just slap you.
And he slapped me like that. See, the thing is that a retaliation, like, when we retaliate, bro, we retaliate. Everything we do is out of passion. So if I retaliate, I'm going to do it very passionately. And I may do more damage than what I intend to do.
Right. And you feel bad afterwards.
And I'll probably feel way more worse,
Right.
You'd be like, "Well, man, I was just playing. I just slapped you, huh? You're just fucking around, bro. You sent me to the hospital, bro." You're like, fuck. My bad.
My bad.
Here's this NTF that my son made as a gift.
That's dope, but it could also be an NFT too. That's what you meant, right?
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to, Young Picasso, my son.
Young Picasso. You're going to make some bread off of him.
That's what I'm talking about. Five Nights at Freddy, he hand makes this, man. Like, it takes some hours, bro. This is crazy. Like,
he got the teeth and everything. That's the Easter Bunny and the
this is
Bigfoot. That's the Easter Bunny and Bigfoot.
They got their names. That's Freddy.
You know who that bunny, like, is that the drawing of him?
Too. Yeah,
that's that looks like Donnie Darko. You ever seen that movie, Donnie Darko?
Don't talk about him like that, huh?
Jake Gyllenhaal. It's like this creepy fucking bunny rabbit.
Yo,
never seen that
shit? No, I will tell you what I did see over the weekend. And my son, I think it's called Wally's Universe, Wally's World, or some crazy shit where your boy Nicolas Cage and
oh my god,
so he got hired in the movie. There's like these people that own this small ass amusement park, super small. It's indoors. It's called like Wally's World or some shit, Wally's Universe.
Okay.
And so the people in it that originally own it, they were killing kids or whatever, and somehow
so it's like a horror movie.
No, this is the backstory to it. It was kind of like a horror movie, but it was horrible. It was a horrible horror movie, right?
Horrible horror movie.
So your boy, so the spirits got left behind, and somehow took over the animatronics in the building. It was really cheaply made, right? I'm gonna, I'm very long with it. I'm getting to the good point, bro, with your boy Nicolas Cage. I know he needed a check. This is the only reason why he did the shit.
Bro, he does a lot of.
He's in mad debt. You know that, right? Like, that's what I heard. Wifey was like, "Oh, he's in debt."
That's why he's doing all these shitty movies.
All right, you know what? You're gonna make me just cut to the chase. So the whole movie goes by. Can I tell you?
What?
He doesn't say one word.
No.
So you know that they pay actors by what they say as well, like, talking lines.
Why he didn't say one word?
Because it was like done real cheap. Like, they probably did this shit on iPhones.
Why did you watch this shit?
Because my son, it was about animatronics. They took the whole Five Nights at Freddy, like this whole these are animatronics, right? Like, there's this, and it's the same storyline. It was a pizzeria, it was a massacre, the animatronics, the spirits were left behind there, and now they haunt this huge
shit
place.
Sound like something on Hulu.
It's crazy. And this is what my son likes. Ever since he was like 4 years old, bro. We took craziness. But so they took the whole storyline, and that's why my son was like, "Oh yeah, I want to see that." It's like Five Nights at Freddy. But the shit was garbage. Like
garbage.
Like, even my son was like, "Dad, this is corny." Like, your boy Nicolas Cage has gone to that level that he went the whole movie without saying a word, bro. Without saying a word. Did I tell you that he didn't say one word throughout the whole? It was an hour and 10 minutes, bro. Not one word.
Oh my God.
So the whole thing, people were talking to themselves. They'll come up to him and they'll be like, da 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 da. Oh, you're a man of few words. Then somehow that fucker ended up getting a job at the Wally Universe, like mad transit, bagging a shorty, because he bagged a shorty in this whole thing without saying a word, bro. All through looks.
Hey,
that's game. That's game. That's G.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad. You got to give him props.
I gotta send you the picture of
It's
this
not too
movie
bad.
because you gotta promote this. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious.
I'm gonna keep my Robert De Niro face. It's not too bad. He did a whole movie. He did a whole movie. He didn't even say a word. Fucking guy.
He did that, son.
Fucking Nicolas Cage.
I still like Nicolas Cage, bro. He'll fuck around and do another Angels and Demons and no, that was Tom Hanks. What did I say? Oh, Knowing. I like Knowing.
He's gonna okay. Two of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies were The Rock. Love The Rock with Sean
amazing.
Connery.
Amazing.
And Con Air. Those are two classics.
Oh, and City of Angels.
City of Angels, yep. Oh, Face Off.
Hands down, that was my favorite.
Remember Face Off?
Yo, he got some shit under the belt. We can't
classics.
shit on him. He got classics. And then he got this Chaplet, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Chapman shit.
He lost his fucking marbles, bro. A long time ago, because he's got a bunch of other shit that's trash. But hey, he's Nicolas Cage.
I think he just does it for the check. You know what? Fuck it. Collect it.
Just like Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was doing a lot of crazy, like low budget shit. I saw a post, I think I shared it on one of my other pages. He retired from acting. So let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah.
My man John McClane retired from acting, bro.
Yeah, I hope he makes a comeback, you know. Sometimes people they come to certain things and you know they get diagnosed with certain things and they let it define them and then they gotta learn that balance to overcome these quote unquote diagnoses because they're just labels, they're titles to diseases and certain periods in a certain person's life.
It could be a way out for him. Maybe he doesn't want to do it. So it says
that as well. That as
Bruce
well. And
Willis
I really hope that that's what it is, that he just was tired of all his contractual agreements, probably to Hollywood. Because you know how Hollywood does, bro. They eat you up and they spit you out, bro. So, you know, he probably was tired of doing that shit too, you know?
Bro, he's 67 years old. Like, what?
I mean, that's still kind of young, you know what I mean?
No, I'm just like surprised. Like, I didn't know he was that old.
In the acting world, you got a lot of people that act.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because we're looking at it like, damn, he ain't going to be doing Die Hard movies like that no more, you know?
He probably will. You never know.
I mean, you never know either.
Yo, de-age a motherfucker nowadays.
Yeah, so man, it says, you got your boy fucking Stallone, bro. He's still looking crazy, bro.
He's about to do
he's like 70-something years old.
He's about to do Expendables 10.
25.
Right, so it says Bruce Willis has announced his retirement from acting at the age of 67 due to being diagnosed with aphasia. I never heard of that. Aphasia is a language disorder caused by brain damage that affects a person's ability to communicate. That sounds real, bro. Bruce Willis has starred in over 100 films, including his iconic roles in Die Hard, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Pulp Fiction.
Sixth Sense. Oh my God. Yes, too, man. That's
I'm about to get a Bruce Willis tattoo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bruce Willis has so much, man, so much greatness he gave us, man. Man, God bless him. God bless him and his family.
Your head, Bruce.
What do you have, I guess, now new? Speaking of movies, like anything new you're checking for right now?
I know about some new music that you was telling me about, the new Phife Dawg album. You want to jump into that real quick?
I guess you know me and what did I come across? I was looking at some. I saw Phife Dawg's new album. Shout out to him. It's good to hear him. You know, he was a little bit more the forefront of the project, and it was good just to hear. It was refreshing to hear him again. You know what I mean? He got songs in there with everyone. So
the rhymes. Who put that out though? Like, because rest in peace. Phife Dawg passed away a long time ago, right? He passed away a few years ago.
These are recordings that he's had, along the years, and they
just. So who put it out? Like, who owns the rights to his catalog?
I'm pretty sure his family, you know.
Okay.
Nowadays, they really look out for stuff like that because that's the legacy. You know what I mean? You got to do that. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that came out. What else did I see? The single that I've been listening to a little bit more.
What's your single of the week?
I think because, and again, no particular reason. He's cool. I like Jack Harlow. He got this song called Nail Tech. It's kind of fire. Jamie, pull it up, play it, you know what I'm saying, when we air this. Yeah, that yo, you know who I came across too? Fucking your boy Daddy Yankee. His
Yeah.
last
What's going
it's
on with him?
called Legendary.
Oh
Legendary.
shit.
That's the name of his album. So he just announced his retirement tour.
Oh
And
shit.
yeah, he's gonna go on tour and
Legendary.
Legendary, you know what I'm saying?
Man, he got the goat on that shit. He's like,
Word
fuck it, I'm the
up.
goat. I'm the goat of reggaeton.
So your boy on there, and you know it's funny, yeah, man. Shout out to Daddy Yankee. He's another icon. I remember we were T Weapons. Shout out to Iz. Shout out to Saul. Shout out to Ciaz. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jack. Oh man, the whole movement. We had so much fun. But we were at the Source Awards, right? And we was with Daddy Yankee, Tego, all those artists were there and shit. And I was there. We were chopping. It was in Florida, and we were chopping it up with just some Southerners down there. And you know, the Southern accent is super thick. Pause. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so I was in the midst of conversation. You know, we were talking about music, and yo,
You
there
didn't know
was
what they were
just
saying half the time.
half the time I was like, yeah, word, and I just laugh when everybody's laughing. Ha, 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 ha. I'm like, ha, 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 yeah, word.
You
Ha,
got to
ha.
say, oh, that's crazy.
Yo, yeah, and that too. I told you, the bitch, crazy. shout out to Chris Rock. But yeah, man. So shout out to Daddy Yankee, man. I know we'll see you in 5 years when you're out of retirement tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta keep collecting some paychecks.
That's how I do it. I don't see it, man. Like you can't retire from something that you just live and you do naturally. You know what I mean? You don't got to put the same efforts behind it and like go and showboat around the world. But you know what I mean? You could record music and play it from your crib, man. You know, so I see that as something. There's so many things that are going on in my life that I'm doing, you know. And as you age, you just want to do more and more and set more goals and just want to be so accomplished. And you know, and it really isn't. That's not what defines you either. You know, what I mean, these are just things, man. These are just more for self validation, you know, and just things that I put on my to do list for myself and hopefully inspire. Inspiring is good, but there really isn't no quota that anybody should be fighting for or to reach or to try to outdo anything. But if they're gonna do out something, outdo yourself. You know what I'm saying?
It's
To a
all in
certain
the
degree.
journey.
Yeah, man. You know, just live.
What new you were telling me about some new music projects you got going on.
The music I've been working on for a minute, but it's coming more into play now. With Narcotex 4, shout out to Act the Coroner, Dax, Empire, and my boy Doza, the drum dealer, Beast, man. It's gonna be so much fun, man, doing this project because the first 3 albums are crazy, stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And we thank God we've had Chef the Raekwon, the Bruce. He's been on that.
Shout
Prodigy,
out
you
to the
know.
Woo.
Shout out to the Wolves. We got some dope tracks, man. And music is fire. Is that you just the group consists of a bunch of solo artists too, you know, and everybody's just pushing their own way. And now you know our paths
How's your
kind of
solo album
got
coming
aligned.
along? You know,
So
I
you
got
know,
to put you on
again,
the spot.
of course, still working, man. You know, I got that lazy gravy, you know, and it's not lazy. It's just I can't get to it as much as I want to, just because of everything else, trying to balance everything else.
Right.
But it's happening. It's quantity, man, quantity over quality. But you know, and I love when I'm working with other people because it kind of gets the wheels turning a little bit more, and it makes me have to demand more of myself. Whereas now, you know, because there's so many things going on, whatever I do put more time into is still beneficiary to myself anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm hurting myself. I'm just giving myself more of this in this area than this area. But when I work with other people, it makes me hone in more on music now. I say, okay, let's get these bars out. And I love it, man. So I got some stuff, man. More to come. I'll definitely on the next episode. Hopefully, I'll have a little clippy to show y'all. You know what I mean? But
Hell yeah, bro. You about to start spitting some bars for us.
I think so, man. I think we should do some kind of, you know what I mean, like verse of the week or some shit like that. You know?
Yeah. I just don't want to get flagged on YouTube for playing, you know, some copyrighted shit, but we'll definitely do something like that.
Yeah, word, bro. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying when you say things like that.
My bad.
But you know what I had I lost my train of thought. But speaking of the Daddy Yankee and the Source Awards, right? It just got me to thinking about just like what's today's equivalent to the Source Awards, and I mean to the Source, because not that it was like the Bible back then, but like 5 mics, you know what I mean? That was the shit, son. 5 mics, fucking unsigned hype. These things we used to, and these things used to come out monthly. We used to wait for this monthly.
I know.
Now we get daily.
The Source and Double XL.
At least a few daily updated. We can't go without some kind of updates daily. This was fucking up. You know, you get a monthly issue, and you had to wait for that. And if this month was corny, you had to wait for the next month and shit. And you know, we all strive to get on there. I remember the first time we've been on the Source a few times. It was so epic to like just see yourself in there, man.
Do you have any of those issues saved?
Man, I'm
in the archives somewhere.
I need to get better with saving a lot of. I know that Psalms. Shout out to Psalms. Psalms has everything, bro. Copy. I gotta go to that man's crib and just fucking take a picture and a copy of everything, bro.
Take a picture.
Before I see that fool fucking put, you know what I'm saying, NFTs for
You're
every
gonna make
shit.
NFTs out of all that
on
shit.
my face. I'm gonna see my face as an NFT. Like, yo,
you're gonna make NFTs of the old bio. The old bio. Everybody had special powers.
Yeah, man. So, what do you think, though, man? Like right now, 5 mics. How would that be relevant nowadays? What would even justify 5 mics right now? You know what I mean? Like, what's the criteria for music for you to?
Well, it's not just lyricism, right? It's the song structure. It's an album, right? So the mics is rating an album. It's a whole album, right? So Facts. It's very rare. It's very rare that a whole album got 5 mics. It's usually like 4, 4.5. I think Illmatic got 5 mics.
Facts.
A few other albums that I can't think off the top of my head, but it's very rare that you got 5 mics, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Jizza got 5 mics.
Liquid Swords.
Liquid Swords got 5 mics.
I got an original CD copy of that shit. Liquid Swords.
Yeah, man. That was, but you know, I don't know, man. Like nowadays, 5 mics. I don't even think people.
Now with these new rappers out, like
nowadays they'll probably be like, yo, that's clout chasing and shit.
These mumble ass motherfuckers, like they're not saying nothing.
Well, they're just saying less now. They're still saying shit, but with fewer. Well, I don't want to misword it. Yeah, fewer words and easier to digest content.
Look, I'll throw some shit on if I'm going for a run or if I'm like, you know, doing a workout or some shit. I'll throw some of that dumb shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it also depends, bro, because you got like, yo, shout out to my boy Dayton, who's like a spiritual, you know, rapper, religious rapper.
Yeah, but I remember Dayton. He spits bars, though.
Bars, and you got to hear them now. And they're killing it with flows, even with the new mumble flow, and they're killing it. You know, talking about some real good righteousness and positive, you know what I'm saying, vibrations. And, so it all depends the message. But, yeah, I think we're just in a place where it's not just what you're saying, is what you're saying, and what else does it involve? Like, multimedia. Do you have the video with this? Do you have the look? Are you selling the vibe to this? Are you selling the story? What is a story? Like shout out to Nems, man. I feel like I should have mentioned him a few times. He's been, bro, you know, that's a brother to us too. We know for massive years, bro, like about 15, 20 years, man. God bless that brother, man. He
got Coney Island on lockdown right now.
All the accolades he's getting right now. You know, he's definitely doing really good for himself.
I like that Bing Bong joint.
Yeah, you know,
the remix. He got like a few remixes on.
I'm about to release that song we got together and shit. And we're like, yo, that shit out the woodworks. But you know, just gotta work hard, my G, and perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Make a wish, 12-12, God.
I wish that it wasn't that late.
It's actually early. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now because there's no more daylight savings, so we're gonna keep the same time.
That was established. That's
from forever.
That's some millennial shit. That's like a millennial who made that decision. Definitely.
Some stupid bureaucrat in somewhere in the government.
made that decision in
made that
Starbucks.
stupidest decision. But yeah, on that note, I think we covered the most important topic of the world in any headline. Is the slap heard around the world? Was it real? Was it fake? Was it premeditated? Was it practiced? Is it fucking symbolism? Is there Illuminati symbolism behind it? Is Will Smith a 33rd degree Mason? I don't know.
Is he the Antichrist? I'm actually gonna, when we get off of this, I'm gonna Google it and spend a few more hours and just write a whole book on it.
Do a whole thesis on it, bro, because we gotta keep. As a matter of fact, we're gonna come back next week and talk about it.
We're gonna discuss it from just a different perspective,
different view. You know what I'm saying? Like what the audience, what the audience thought about it. You feel me?
That's a good point. That's a real good point. From Jada's perspective, we didn't analyze Jada's perspective. That's right. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
From the woman. Shout out to the woman. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
word up, Shan.
Yo, Old School New Vibes. Follow us on all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Takes nothing to just click it, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Click that shit. Like and subscribe and follow and do all that good shit, y'all.
Yo, God bless.
Peace.
To the next.
To the next.